Okay, so first off, you got to make sure you bleach your client lace. To bleach the knots, you can use Void Developer with the lift up, only 10 minutes with this. If you use the quick glue, you can use 30 Developer, and you want to do it for 15 minutes. After you bleach the knots, you want to make sure that you pluck. But here's the concealer that I use, and this is just a little clip of the way I put the concealer on. You can use a brush to put the concealer on so that you can make sure it's on correctly. And you want to make sure you use the proper concealer that's the color of your client's skin. Or you can also use the Ruby Kiss Cream Foundation. Is really good, but too much will cake up. So you don't want it to be caked up. After you put the concealer on there, you can use the Got to Be Glue spray, but this is for you to lay down your client edges and then put the cap on. And then as you see in the video, I spray myself, and then I put glue on top of the spray part after it dried to further hold down. Okay, I only put this in between it so that you can see how it goes, and you got to make sure that you cut all of that extra cap off, because you want to make sure that you go on the borderline of your client's hairline. You can use this glue to put down on top of the lace, which is what you saw. And then once you do that and it dries, you can use the Got to Be Glue spray to melt it down with the blow dryer. You want to make sure that you do that part so that it is melted into your client's skin like skin, okay? And so here's a picture of the spray. You already know what the spray is for. And here's another glue that you can use to actually put down your client lace if you want to. And it also comes in red, so you can use the red one, or you can use the Kiss Almighty Bond. They all work perfectly fine. I always put my glue down with a popsicle stick, or I use the end of the razor comb. So just make sure you use at least 3 coats of glue, but it has to dry. You're going to see in one of these further videos, if the lace folds up, you're going to use the end of that comb and fix it. Here's your tweezers, because you have to make sure you have tweezers to pluck those knots. Different color caps is very important. You want to make sure you use the lighter cap and use that concealer. You're going to need an elastic band, because once you melt down that lace, you need to be able to tie it down. Some people use these razor combs to cut the lace. Make sure it's always a fresh one if you're cutting the lace. If you're going fast, use the tinted spray with the Got to Be Glue and a little blow dryer. No concealer on top of that. Hot comb is very essential. I'll show you in a video how to use the hot comb in between that. Mousse, you can use Lottie Bobby, you can use Nairobi, you can use Motions. The mousse is very important. And last of all, 99% alcohol or 91% alcohol, you have to use it to sanitize with cotton balls. You want to get a wax stick. This is good. It's expensive, but you can also get beeswax and this cheap wax stick that works really well. Putting down the hair, molding down the hair is very essential. Braiding. You see, you can do big braids. If you know how to underbraid your client hair. Here's just a video of several coats of glue and how I'm putting it down. On this video, I'm using a razor comb, and as you can see, you want to even it out. You don't want light spots and clear spots. The glue should dry clear. This is me putting another coat on top of the dry clear. You can't even see the first layer that I did. So you want to make sure that you do that, and you want to make sure again you even it out. It should be even through all parts. It's very important. If you put glue on your client hair, if you put glue on your client edges, just make sure that's even out too, and you let your client know. I just did it like that on me because I don't have a cap, and this is me again putting that 3rd layer. If you want to use 2 layers, go ahead, but you can use 3. So this is me fanning out my 3rd layer. As you can see, it's extra clear. You want to make sure it dries clear. Okay, that white that you see means that I put too much in that one area, but it's still going to be clear once I tie it down. The goal is to make sure it is packed and it is tacked, okay? And so as you can see, it's simple and easy because I'm using I'm doing just the closure. I put it down. I'm using my hand to rub it, or you can use the end of the wax, the fine tooth comb, or you can use the end of the popsicle stick that you didn't use. You want to make sure you rub that in there and get that in there. And then of course you could probably spray some pull your baby hairs out, spray some got to be glue spray, and then use that elastic band to tie it down. The goal is to make sure that that lace is melted in your client's skin. It's very important that you make sure there's no tension, make sure there's no caught up hairs. And then here's me just tying it down, getting it ready. You can leave it tied down as you style your client hair with the hot comb and everything like that. I'm not really styling this. This is just a video I found. I'm not really styling this because